So in this video, what we'll be doing is solving quadratic equations by factorization. So we know that firstly, a quadratic equation must be in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equal 0. Alright, so first what we do is we find AC, then the answer, the product that we get, we factor and see which two numbers when added will give us B. Alright, so here we have our first example. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So we know that AC is equal to 1 times 6, which is equal to 6. So now we're going to factor 6. So we have 3 times 2 minus 3 times minus 2, 1 times 6 minus 1 by minus 6. So all these factors will accumulate to 6, right? Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're looking at our B value, which is 5. Which of the factors, when we add them, we're going to get a positive 5? So we can clearly see that it is 3 and 2. So we're now going to use these factors and substitute for B. So we now have x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 equal 0. So now we have terms that are alike. So what we do is factor it out. So we end up with x bracket x plus 3 plus 2 bracket x plus 3 equal 0. So from this, you notice that anything in the first bracket is in the second bracket. So we can proceed and leave that, and then we just have x plus 2 bracket x plus 3 being equal to 0. Now we have our two factors, and we have x plus 2 equals 0 and x plus 3 being equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 3. So our solution is x equal minus 2 or x equals minus 3. Alright, so we're going to do another one. So firstly, here we have number 2. 4x plus x squared is equal to 5. So what you notice is that it's not in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So you just put it in that form. So we end up with x squared plus 4x, and we bring that 5 over, so it becomes a negative 5 equals 0. Alright, so now we're going to find AC. So our AC is equal to 1 times minus 5, which is equivalent to minus 5. So we're now trying to find our B value, which is 4. So we see the factors that when added will give us 4. So we have minus 5 times 1 times minus 5. You know that 5 is a prime number, so it doesn't have more than 2 factors, one on itself. So when we add, we have minus 1 times 5. Sorry, this is the same thing. Alright, so sorry about that. So now we can say that we can use this because 5 minus 1 is definitely 4. So we have x squared plus 5x minus x minus 5 equals 0. So we're going to factor it now. X bracket x plus 5 minus 1, right? X plus 5. What do you notice? You realize, again, what is in this bracket is also in this bracket. And although it's a negative sign here, you realize that minus 1 times minus 5 will result in a positive 5. So you just need to be careful. So we have x minus 1, x plus 5 equal 0. So x minus 1 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to minus 5. Now, and you can say that therefore x is equal to 1 or x is equal to minus 5. Alright, so here we have another example. It may look a little different from the first two, but as you can see, we have to work what's in the bracket before we can proceed to do anything. So let's get that out of the way. So we end up with x squared minus, this is 2x, so it's x times 2x. We have 2x squared minus x times minus 1, that gives you a positive x, right? Plus 2 equals 0. So we end up with minus x squared plus x plus 2 equal 0. Now, to be on the safe side, what you can do is to divide through by negative 1 as to keep your x squared positive, and you end up with x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. Now, it's in your form ax squared plus bx plus c. Alright, equals 0. So what you do, you find AC, and you know that AC is equal to minus 2, and your factors are minus 2 times 1, and you have 1 times minus 1 times 2. This will give you a positive 1, that will give you a negative 1, and your b value here is a negative 1, so you will work with this one. So you have x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2 equals 0. X bracket x minus 2 plus 1, x minus 2 equals 0. You have x plus 1, x minus 2 equals 0. So x plus 1 equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. X is equal to minus 1. X is equal to 2. So therefore, x is equal to minus 1 or 2. Right, so feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. Remember, it is easy. You just need to follow what you have learned and you'll be good. Alright, so here we have this. We just work what's in the bracket first. So we end up with x squared plus x is equal to 2x. So we have x squared plus x minus 2x equals 0. So we have x squared minus x being equal to 0. We see we have terms that are like, so we factor x bracket x minus 1 equals 0. So x is equal to 0 and x minus 1 equals to 0. So x is equal to 1. So therefore, x is equal to 0 or x is equal to positive 1. And that's it for today. You can try this one and comment your answer below. So it is x squared plus 6x equals 0.